Hi, I'm Jade, and this is Behind the Post with Capital. First up. It's weird seeing stuff from like, not my perspective. This is how it looks on the page. So, this is my rehearsal footage from the Brit Awards, which was very chaotic, very intense, and very worth it. I love doing like a big TV moment because I think that's the opportunity as a pop artist to really show exactly what you can do. You can have all the gimmicks, all the costumes, rework the song a little. So Brits was definitely up there for me. Like that was the performance that I had like manifested that I would get ever since Age of My Dreams came out, because that song is so big. It deserved a big stage and a big pop moment. The stunts for the Brits performance were very scary, but I'm really proud of myself for pushing myself to take a risk and do something daring and memorable, because that's what it's all about. Like as a pop fan, when I look at all the previous performances that I've loved from pop stars, it's always ones that have like pushed the boundaries or done something new and exciting or been a bit more of a risk. So yeah, that was the inspo behind this. Oh, okay. This is me and my mum. We captioned it, me ma, which is Geordie for mum, mother. So yeah, this is a baby picture of me with my mum, Norma, the icon, the legend herself. I think this was taken in my granddad's house, actually, with her jam jar glasses on. That was the style. I feel like they've come back round now, actually, the kind of Deirdre Barlow big square glasses. My mum is the OG Jade stan, you know, ever since I was little and I wanted to sing. She would be carting me off anywhere I wanted to perform. When I do gigs as a teenager, she'd have like my PA system in the back of her boot and she'd drive me to all these gigs and have to like lift it out and set all the sound equipment up and spend all our hard-earned money on costumes or backing tracks or whatever it was. She is the reason why I'm able to do this. Next, we have me and my girls. This was the final show with Little Mix, the confetti tour. That was literally the final wave before we went on our hiatus. And this was a very soppy text, which I'm actually not that good at. I don't do it often. So this definitely meant a lot to me. Not me putting, I hate this hiatus. Okay, wordsmith. Change is necessary sometimes, it's for the best, but that doesn't mean it's over. And my last line was, my biggest win is having these women in my life forever, which is very cute. I spent over a decade being used to like being on stage and just looking to the left or right and always having someone else there with me to share that experience. You know, if something goes wrong, it's not just on you, like we're all in it together. So it's scarier on your own. So yeah, I probably miss that the most, and just vibing on stage, like we'd have such a laugh. And even before I perform, like I always have a little word to myself, like when I'm on stage before the music starts, I like thank, I don't know, like people I've loved and lost. I thank my younger self, and then I thank the girls for getting me there. Next. All right. Oh, I haven't seen this for a while. Oh my gosh, this is from 2015. This was 10 years ago, and it's us performing with Taylor Swift on her tour in America. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's so funny looking at like old school captions as well, like how we used to write then. Just a bit more cringe, I think. Hashtag fangirl face is what I wrote on this post. She invited us to perform Black Magic with her on tour. And I feel like it's always a rite of passage for an artist in the US. You get the seal of approval when Taylor invites you on stage with her to perform. So we were really excited and she flew us over and it was just really special. And we were really grateful to her at the time because it's really hard to make it in America or get support over there, especially when you're not an American artist. And she, you know, used her platform to promote us, which was lovely. All right, this is me and Jordan, my boyfriend, in Kenya this January. We went on a trip, a safari trip, and it was the best experience of my life, genuinely. I'm like big into any David Attenborough documentary, any wildlife documentary. I just think it's so fascinating. So getting to see that in real life and experience it was just like mind-blowing. He's got a very open heart, which I think is really lovely, especially to show to other young men that it's okay to be really open with your emotions or be honest with yourself or any mistakes you've made in the past. But it really does have like a superpower, I think, when he's talking to an audience. He's just got a way with words. He's articulate, but he's relatable. And I love going to see his talks. Okay, next up. Oh, little Jade. So squeaky. In a starry vest as well. I feel like this was me manifesting before I even knew what that meant. This is me singing Reach for the Stars by S Club 7, banger, as a little girl on my Pop Idol karaoke machine. Next up we have, oh, this is from the JADE Room, which is my kind of Jade World HQ, where you can get all the leaks and the gossip and info. And this is a headline preempting my next video, TMZ style, kind of giving a clue to what the next video is about for my new single, FUFN. I love clues, I love creating that in my music and in the visuals for my music. I feel like the fans are onto that now, like every single thing I post might have a clue or an Easter egg in it for you to dissect. Although I feel like I've started this monster now, sometimes I'll like do something and then they're like, oh, this is what this means, and I'm like, yes, this is what it meant. The Brit Awards was so Easter egg heavy. I still think there's parts that people haven't got yet, which is quite cool. Maybe I'll do a video like explaining it all. But the Brits performance was like jam-packed with references, previous moments, pop culture moments, hints to the next song and video as well. So that was really cool to do. Okay. Oh, this one is a picture of me, Leanne and Perry at the Brit Awards in 2021 when we won Best Group. Looking ravishing, if I do say so myself. This is when Lee and Perry were both pregnant at the same time. I had a bit of FOMO, not because I necessarily wanted to bear a child, but we do everything together. I didn't get the memo on that one, unfortunately. But more than happy to be the cool auntie. I think a girl band or a girl group had never won that award in that category for like 43 years or something crazy. We were the first girl band to win it, which was long overdue, I think, when you think back of how many iconic groups the UK has had, like Spice Girls, All Saints, Sugar Babes, Girls Aloud, the list's endless. So yeah, very cool. I love this photo. I've got this printed actually in my house. Yeah. Next up we have a post about my new single, FUFN. Critics are saying it's a banger. Yeah, the video is kind of movie theatre themed. I don't know how familiar you are with my visuals, but a lot of the time there's an undertone of like being in showbiz or being in the music industry, but also I love to reference horror movies. I'm a massive horror movie fan. So every video I put out so far has some sort of reference about a previous horror movie or creating that myself. So this is kind of giving Scream 2 energy when they're in the movie theatre.
The movie, what are you gonna get?
Strictly salted popcorn. I can't stand sweet popcorn. I don't know how people like it. I can't stand it. Salted, salted, salted all the way. The saltier the better. And I love going to the US because you get the buttery salty popcorn, which is even better. So yeah, I'll always do that. If I'm going all out, I'll get a nacho with all the dips included, bit of ice cream. Like if I'm going to the cinema, it's an event. You know, I'm eating my dinner there. So yeah, I love going to the cinema. Right, next one. Oh my gosh, this is a post showing a flyer that I had when I think I was 15, and I was performing in a restaurant, an Italian restaurant once a week. And it says, the Cosa Nostra Supper Club proudly presents the vocal stylings of Jade Thirlwall. This was fresh off doing X Factor in 2008 when I was 15. I think I got through to boot camp. I didn't get any further, but because I was shown on the TV for like 10 seconds, I got loads of work out of it, including performing at an Italian restaurant. So I'd go every week with my mum and my best friend. I'd get a free lasagna and I'd sing for my supper, quite literally. This haircut though is not it. What's going on there, folks? It kind of looks like a Lego head, you know, and they just have this sort of square. I took a picture of Victoria Beckham in the hairdressers when she was in our bob era, and that was the result of that. So yeah, but I'm very proud looking at stuff like that because, you know, I get to see how far I've come, and yeah, oh look, I'm just reading the caption. I never want to sing Duffy's Mercy or Valerie ever again. Next up, woo! This is me in fancy dress for my birthday party last year. The theme was fantasy, and I dressed as a centaurette from Fantasia, which was one of my favourite Disney movies growing up. Yeah, we made a full, like, horse body as well that was attached to me the whole night. Yeah, it was very impractical, but I always like to do the most. That's my mantra in life, go hard or go home. So with fancy dress, I can go all out and I expect everyone else to do the same. I think I've always loved it ever since I was a little girl. I was obsessed with watching Disney movies, but also like really old Hollywood like musicals. And I just adored like the glitz and glam of it all. I loved Diana Ross and all the big divas, and they'd always have the wigs and the feather boas and the sequin gowns. So from an early age, I wanted the most. So bless my mum would get like dresses made and stuff. I'd go to like a school disco and everyone would be in like the cool fashion at the time, and I'd walk in like a chiffon gown at like 8 years old because I just wanted to be a diva. And yeah, that's just kind of fed into my adult life. I think I love becoming someone else. I think as a performer, that's what I do too. That's why I love, or one of the many reasons why I love drag culture, because these drag queens literally transform into this other being, which is so fabulous, and, you know, their alter ego, and I find a lot of inspiration from that. Oh, this is from 2014, one of my first ever Instagram posts. And it's me in my bow era, wearing a merch vest saying "Too Fly to Care" from our debut single, Wings. Yeah, a lot going on here, but I love this Jade. I have a lot of love for her because that was hard, like entering the music industry. We were traveling America at the time when this picture was taken. We were, you know, finding ourselves and becoming women in the public eye, which is not an easy thing to do. And we had so much fun. This is when I had blue hair as well. There was a lot going on, blue hair, bows, braces. I had a sort of saying, which is like the 3 Bs, which I think was like bows, braces, and biscuits, which is quite cringe in hindsight, but whatever. It's a different time. So that was my behind the post. I feel really lovely after seeing all that. I feel very proud. I feel very wholesome. I've come a long way, and it's sometimes nice to go back and see, yeah, where it all began up till now. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.